Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Hopeless channel. We got a new game on the channel as well, which you're seeing, which is Dear Esther. East Esther, I'm pretty sure. Landmark edition. I'm pretty sure for the little video I saw, the closest resemblance that we have so far on the channel to represent this game would be in Rays of the Light. Another game where I had to revisit and kind of sparked the start of the OTP games playlist that I have. So yeah, we have this, and we have 4 chapters. So let's see how fast we can get these done. Are we gonna be able to get it all done in one, or are we gonna be doing a little mini series with this game?
Dear Esther, the gulls do not land here anymore.
Probably should raise it a little bit for you guys, just in case.
I've noticed that this year they seem to shun the place. Maybe it's the depletion of the fishing stock driving them away. Perhaps it's me. When he first landed here, Donnelly wrote that the herds were sickly, and their shepherds the lowest of the miserable classes that populate these Hebridean islands. 300 years later, even they have departed.
That's not the lighthouse, is it? It's like far as shit. That doesn't even look like a lighthouse. Wait, are we playing? Oh shit, hold the fuck up. We are. My bad, guys. There we go, that looks more like a lighthouse. Where the fuck our boat at? Kinda spooky. Ew, dookie. Or just rust, maybe. I don't know, it could have been rust. I thought the material that is made out of the toilets are made out of doesn't contain any rust material. Maybe like mold material. Also, I don't know my things all that well. My elements, not my elements. Is it elements? You say element? Sure, I don't think you do. It's like oxygen, H2O, carbon, iron, all that shit. We got 2 paths. If we're gonna go high, we go low. Kinda fucking with low right now. Oh.
Those islands in the distance, I'm sure, are nothing more than relics of another time, sleeping giants, somnambulist gods laid down for a final dreaming. I wash the sand from my lips and grip my wrist ever more tightly. My shaking arms will not support my fading diaries.
Oh, you can also just use the D-pad to move around. You'll probably get the same amount of fucking walking speed. Sorry, I'm just trying to walk a little bit faster for you guys. Don't want it to be a little snooze fest.
Dear Esther, I found myself to be as featureless as this ocean, as shallow and unoccupied as this bay, a listless wreck without identification. My rocks are these bones, and a careful fence
The
to keep
fuck
the
a car
precipice
door
at bay.
doing here?
Shot through me caves. My forehead a mount. This aerial will
Oh,
transmit into
dude,
the
that's...
cell. All overexposed,
Oh,
nervous
okay.
system, where Donnelly's boots and yours and mine still trample. I will carry a torch for you. I will leave it at the foot of my headstone. You will need it for the tunnels that carry me under.
Yeah, okay, we can't go anywhere else. I doubt they're gonna let me do parkour to get up on here. Yeah, no. Okay. Ah, shit. Okay, so I wasn't tripping. But if you really hug the shit out of that wall, you can make it.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form.
Wait, is this even the same path?
Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean
maybe
is
it
the
is
rubbish
different.
dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Is it that one? Or is this the one I'm in? Dude, this is getting creepy, bro. I'm not liking this. I can't go through this. So you gotta go around, I guess. Alright. We're on to the new path.
Reading Donnelly by the weak afternoon sunlight. He landed on the south side of the island, followed the path to the bay and climbed the mount. He did not find the caves, and he did not chart the north side. I think this is why his understanding of the island is flawed, incomplete. He stood on the mount and only wondered momentarily how to descend. But then, he didn't have my reasons.
The fuck does that mean? Didn't have your reasons. Oh, like, does it mean like he doesn't have the reason because he doesn't know about the caveman because the caveman
When
was
someone
somewhere
died
else?
or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this: to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Excuse me? There's an infection going around? And I'm here? On the infection island?
I quote directly: a motley lot with little to recommend them. I have now spent 3 days in their company. That is, I fear, enough for any man not born amongst them. Despite their tedious inclination to quote scripture, they seem to me the most godforsaken of all the inhabitants of the Outer Isles. Indeed, in this case, the very gravity of that term, forsaken by God, seems to find its very apex. It appears to me that Donnelly, too, found those who wander this shoreline to be adrift from any chance of redemption. Did he include himself in that, I wonder?
What the fuck are we talking about? Just kidding. Was some guy named Donnelly? Okay.
Dear Esther, I met Paul.
Oh shit, there's
I
a
made my
boat.
own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
This hermit, this seer, this distant historian of bones and old bread, where did he vanish to? Why,
Whoa.
asked the farmers. Why, asked Jakobsen. Why bother with your visions at all, if you're just to throw your arms up at the cliff and let it close in behind you and seal you into the belly of the island, a museum shut to all but the most devoted?
They really like that chemical compound, bro. Like they have it in the not the White House, god damn it. That lighthouse, and then they have it here in their cave. So we can assume that the caveman person was the one who put the paint over there in the lighthouse. Because he also has it. Or there's some dickhead who's just fucking putting it somewhere. Oh, did we just go around to go see the boat? No, the boat's still out that way. What the fuck? That was a weird ass loop.
He still maintains he wasn't drunk, but tired. I can't make the judgment or the distinction anymore. I was drunk when I landed here, and tired too. I walked up the cliff path in near darkness and camped in the bay where the trawler lies beached. It was only at dawn that I saw the bothy and decided to make my temporary lodgings there. I was expecting just the aerial and a transmitter stashed in a weatherproof box somewhere on the mount. It had an air of uneasy permanence to it. Like all the other buildings here, erosion seems to have evaded it completely.
The fuck? Okay. Not gonna talk about that. Looks like this thing splits off into 3 different ways. Let's go take a peek in every one. Oh, this is up here now. Because we were down here trying to get up. This was what we were missing out on. Some stone monument. Okay. Maybe there's like a title on the book side. It kinda is. It's really hard to see. Oh man. Okay. I don't even think my zoom in would really do all that much, but maybe we'll see. This is a pretty big island, man. Not gonna lie. So this lighthouse keeper can have a little bit more other people here. I don't know about a farm. Maybe you can grow a rice field or grow some kind of crop here to get some kind of homegrown food. It's probably doable. A lot of stone though. You're gonna have to import the fertilizer. Whoa. You're dropping. Oh,
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services, but although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
That's a big ship. Alright, let's do a time check. Alright, roughly 18 minutes of footage. And I don't know if you saw that, but there's like some kind of ghost or something there. I didn't see it till I paused my footage. It's weird. I thought those were body bags. I'm like, wow, this is about to get dark. Doesn't seem like we can go all that far on the path I've chosen, so we're gonna go down here. Some boxes. Final notice. Warrant. Execution. Okay. Seems like the lighthouse or whatever is in a horrible spot. How the fuck did you drift up in this bitch? Yeah, you also had another casualty over there. Holy shit, dude, this lighthouse is shit. Doesn't save anything. Whoa. And oh, it kind of looks like a different language.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
I mean, look at those giant heads, holes in the boat right there. You don't really need holes in a boat to get in and get out. You can just leave through a door.
I had kidney stones, and you visited me in the hospital.
Oh, that's nice
After
of
the
him.
operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
That must hurt like a mother. Having kidney stones that big. There's a sinkhole on the island?
When I first looked into the shaft, I swear I felt the stones in my stomach shift in recognition.
Yo, there's water down there. Can I go down? Oh shit, I can.
Come back.
That was creepy. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever whisper that shit again in my ear. Sorry, no, dude, like, I hate... Okay, so... I don't know, this probably sounds controversial, but I hate certain ASMRs really, really badly. Like, mouth sounds? Oh, I hate it. Oh, man. It just annoys the fuck out of me. It's like people chewing and all of that. It just
I've begun to climb.
doesn't do it for me.
Away
It just
from the
pisses
sea
me
towards
off.
the center. It is a straight line to the summit, where the evening begins to coil around the aerial and squeeze the signals into early silence. The bothy squats against the mount to avoid the gaze of the aerial. I too will creep under the island like an animal and approach it from the northern shore.
Okay. Preach, I guess? But another one I don't like is whispering. I hate whispering in my ear. Not a big fan of it. So, yeah, I don't know, it's weird, but it's just how my brain is. My brain just hates those two things. That's why I only listen to like Rain ASMR with like, you know, like a little chill music. That's like,
The bothy
that shit
was
helps me
constructed
sleep.
originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
It's kind of sad. Whoa. Okay.
Inventory. A trestle table we spread wallpaper on in our first home. A folding chair. I laughed at you for bringing camping in the lakes. I was uncomfortable later and you laughed then. This diary, the bed with the broken springs. Once asleep you have to remember not to dream. A change of clothes. Donnelly's book, stolen from Edinburgh Library on the way here. I will burn them all on the last morning and make an aerial of my own.
Are we not going to talk about the possible pregnancy pictures? Someone got pregnant on this island. Whoa. Nice hit there, Snoop. Jeez, bro. Was that the... I think that is the burn pile that he was talking about. Is that the same chemical again? Looks like it, but it's not even letters anymore. A bunch of shapes. Oh, I think that's on the side of that building too. What the fuck is this chemical compound? No, that was not even... Okay. There's a light up in the... Oh! Okay. I'm gonna hope to God that you are friendly, brother. If you're not, dude, I'm about to cry. Because this guy's running speed is probably 10 times worse than his walking speed. Weird erosion, bro. Nothing down there. Is this like a dock, or is that just a giant wooden
What
ship?
to make of Donnelly, the laudanum and the syphilis? It is clearly not how he began, but I've been unable to discover if the former was a result of his visiting the island or the force that drove him here. For the syphilis, a drunk driver smashing his insides into a pulp as he stumbled these paths, I can only offer my empathy. We're all victims of our age. My
Yeah,
disease
fuck it,
is the
I'm like
internal
about to do a
combustion
giant ass
engine
U-turn for no
and the
reason.
cheap
Oh,
fermentation
oh
of
shit, I
yeast.
guess I got to. I don't quite understand these games, in my opinion. Like, yeah, the story's nice, like, can be nice, and then, like, the visuals can also be really nice. But it's still not a thing for me, man.
They found Jakobsen in early spring.
That is definitely a
Thor
boat.
had only just come.
A wooden ship.
Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. He'd struggled halfway down the cliff path, perhaps looking for some lost goat, or perhaps in a delirium, and expired, curled into a claw right under the winter moon. Even the animals shunned his corpse. The mainlanders thought to bring it home unlucky. Donnelly claims they dragged it to the caves to thaw out and rot, but he is proving an unreliable witness. Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is
Yeesh.
clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my
I don't know if we're welcomed here, man.
I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
What the fuck? Oh shit! God damn it! Oh shit, man.
Donnelly did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us, and whatever correspondence can be drawn from the wet rocks.
Yo, what the fuck? That looked like water, bro. I was tripping the fuck out. Alright, we're gonna continue this in the next episode. Because, yeah, this is crazy, bro. I kind of fuck with this. So, don't worry, I'm not gonna make it like a long thing. It's, we already should be on the second part. Hopefully. If not, wow. But, yeah. We'll see this again later on. And hopefully just a second. One more part and then we're done. But, yeah. Other than that, I'm kind of fucking with this, man. Okay, kind of looked like it was deeper than this. But, anyways. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your time. And I'll see you guys and gals in the preferred pronouns in the next episode. And please take care of yourselves and please take care of others. This is going to be the Hopeless Floof, signing off.